Hello and welcome back. My name again is Bryant Larson. I work on the CanvasData team at Instructure. Today we're going to install the CanvasData CLI tool. The instructions are very well documented on the community, doc number 6600. And we are running Windows 7 here, and we're going to follow the install instructions. Before we can go any further though, we've got to install this prerequisite which is called Node. So I'm going to open this in a new tab. And this is, like I said, a fresh install of Windows, so I haven't done anything on here that wouldn't be on your Windows box. And right down here we can see Windows. We'll click that and then simply download the Windows installer. The version we're going to do is 4.4.3. This is the long-term one. The reason I'm using the long-term is that it's the best supported one. This is the newer version. They're calling it stable, but we're going to stick with the long-term solution. We'll let that download. We double click on that downloaded and click run. This is going to prompt me with some questions. I'm going to pick the default every single time. There's no need to customize this install. Just let it put it where it was asked. Let it do what it was doing, and we will sit here and watch this for just a second. It's going to ask here, do I want to install this? Just click yes. And here we go, it's finally installing. Okay, at the end I get this prompt that says completed with NodeJS setup. I'm going to hit finish, and we can close this website now. And I always like to make sure things do what they said, so I'm going to go test to make sure Node's on my machine. To do that, I come down and I touch the Windows box and I type CMD in the window here, and then I hit enter. It brings up this nice black prompt, this command prompt, and I'm going to type node-v. V stands for version, not victory this time, and version 4.4.3 shows up. So okay, this is fantastic. This means that it installed the way I expected it to. We can continue. I'm going to come back now to the installation guide, and I'm going to copy this command, npm install CanvasData CLI. npm is part of Node, so I'm going to copy that out of the web, and I'm going to move back to the command prompt, and here I have to hit right click and then paste. That puts the command here, and then I hit enter. Notice I didn't have to configure anything. There weren't any additional steps that I took or anything like that. This is just working straight out of the install. And now that that's installed, I'm just going to verify that it is in fact installed by executing it. So copy right there, come back, right click and paste, CanvasData CLI, that's the name of the program. I hit enter, and if it's installed correctly and it's capable of running, it should paste out for me the commands that it can run. So it says I can run sync, sample config, unpack, and fetch. We are going to go ahead and configure it as part of this video because we can't really run this without it being configured. So let's go ahead and run the next part of the documentation, which is configure, and I'm going to copy this whole command back to this window, and I'm going to paste it. Now this command doesn't actually do anything. It doesn't run out on the internet or do anything like that. All it does is prints out this default configuration, and we need this. So I'm going to mark that by clicking right click and then hit mark, and I'm going to copy this whole area or select this whole area, and as soon as I hit the enter key, it is now in the clipboard. I'm going to save it with Notepad, and I'm going to paste in here. Okay, there's the contents. A couple of things that it does is it wraps these little bit longer lines, so and we can make this window a little bit bigger. And I don't like them being wrapped. I'm going to take that, put it back to the way I like it. So it's all on one line. Some things that it's telling us is that the save location and the unpack location, wherever we run the command, it's going to save them in a folder from there. That's what this means, called data files and unpacked files. This default saving is perfectly fine. If I run this in my home directory, that means the folders will be in my home directory. If I create a new directory and I run the command from within inside that new directory, then it'll create these folders inside that new directory. But this is all good the way it is. So we're going to save this. And let's run this program from the desktop from now on. That's an easy place to get to. So I'm going to click on desktop and I'm going to name this config.js, JavaScript. That's what Node is. I hit save. Okay, we can close this and we can verify that it's there. I'm going to cd to my desktop. And I'm going to run the dir command, and there it is, config.js. Okay, we're complete. We've downloaded, installed, and configured the command line tool. You're ready for the next step, which would be to synchronize your download. Please watch the next video. Thank you.